Mato no seihei no Slave is a manga you've probably never heard about, and it's something I've stumbled on pretty recently and I've grown to like it. While doing some research on the manga itself, and what I mean by research definitely doesn't mean one Google search. But let's continue. So anyways, when I first looked it up, I found the name Takahiro, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this name, but he's the illustrator of this manga. But when I saw the name Takahiro especially, something in my brain just flipped on like I was fucking Jimmy Neutron. It sounded quite familiar and I didn't really know why. So out of curiosity and boredom, what other types of work has he done in his past, because he might have had something, it just, so yeah, and then I went on there and, oh my god, oh no! The internet has already talked about this so much. The one good thing I'll say about your anime is the fact that the openings go super hard. But yeah, let's just move on. Let's not keep talking about this. Taking a look over at the community side of things, you can kind of see that there isn't much to it, and that no one is really talking about the series overall. With YouTube, the community isn't any better. In fact, it's smaller. Most of the videos on the manga have very low views, and the highest view count of all the videos had to be a fan-made anime trailer preview with about 39k views at the time of this video's release.
Anime.
Also, another interesting fact about the Mato community as a whole on YouTube. If you look at some of the videos, you're going to see the phrase a guilty pleasure, and the phrase guilty pleasure can kind of work since the manga can get a little suggestive at times. Now, from what I've described to you so far about this manga, you might think it's just another shonen with the same candy-colored hair and the same overused tropes that plague Takahiro's other works. The big one being Akame got killed. Yeah, that's right, I mentioned Akame got killed for the second time in the video. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna come back? Bro, I can already see the comment section now with all the slander I've been throwing at Akame got killed. Y'all Akame got killed fans, please, no! But Mato no seihei takes those elements, makes a shonen that is pretty different compared to its counterparts, and I mean the many counterparts that it has. Not saying any names, but you know who you are. You're also probably wondering the fact on why I haven't touched on the actual story, and I haven't really shown that many panels from the actual manga. And that's all coming up in the next part, which is named. So before I get into any story elements, I want to say something about the art in this manga. Yuhei Takamura's art is amazing, especially in Mato. The artwork in this manga seems more concise and thought out than Takahiro's other works. Okay, now on to the story. I'm gonna try and do this in one take, but it's probably not gonna happen. In the year 2020, mankind finds out about a dimension called Mato. Mato is home to two things: Shuki, who are pretty much the main antagonists of this series, and peaches, which are magical fruit that only give powers to women. Bro, if you guys still have yet to catch on to the fact that being a guy in this universe is, it's pretty bad.
Scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet, nigga.
Yuki Rakura is just your average shonen protagonist. Yuki, in my opinion, is just your average shonen protagonist. One of the things that I will criticize Mato about is the execution of Yuki. I don't know if it was by design, but Yuki's character seems a little bland compared to the other characters in the. Is he worse than Tatsuki or Issei from High School DxD?
I don't think so, pal.
So after walking to school one night, Yuki gets transported to Mato after stumbling into one of the gates randomly. If you look closely, you can see the shock and pure fucking terror on his face. Yuki is obviously confused as fuck But then out of nowhere, Yuki notices a person riding one of the Shuki. And this is the introduction of Kyoka Uzen. Kyoka is the leader of the 7th Division of the Demon Slayer. Fuck, wrong series. Anti-Demon Slayer Corps thing. God damn it. I failed the one take thing a long time ago already. At this point, Kyoka and Yuki are pretty much surrounded. Kyoka brings up a proposition. In return for getting Yuki out of the situation, he becomes her slave.
Girl, what the fuck is you talking about?
So out of instinct, Yuki licks her fucking finger. Oh my god, I'm not making this shit up. He then turns into the Chains of Eternity slave, which is a form that he takes on when it is summoned by Kyoka. The trade-off for her power is that she has to give in to the desires of the slaves that she uses. Yuki's desires, aka the way that he turns into the slave, is like any average teenager, from the desire of affection, which causes scenes in the manga to really bring out the ecchi part of this series out. But some of y'all really into it, like really into that shit.
Yo, he know too much.
So after the encounter with the Shuki, she takes Yuki back to the headquarters, where he meets other members of the 7th Anti-Demon Corps. Himari Azuma being the second in command and has the ability to form weapons out of her body. Whether it's a chainsaw or just a gun, it just does not matter to her. Also has a relationship with her sister that is similar to Genya from Demon Slayer, if you get that reference.
Nothing. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love.
All we doing
nigga.
is getting money.
Show a nigga some love, nigga.
Tsuruga Shushu is pretty much the Uzaki-chan of the group, if you get what I'm saying, yeah. I can't fucking do this. Throughout the entire story, she starts to develop an interest in Yuki, which gives us some pretty suggestive scenes, I should say. Yes, sir! Her powers allow her to grow at her own will, which looks kind of weak in action, but that's just my shitty take on it. Finally, there's Nei Ukuruma. Wait, hold on. Okay.
Oa Kawamura.
Yeah, that. There's not much to really say on her character, but her powers allow her to detect Shuki and other people in Mato. Overall, I like the design of her character, especially if you look at the colored version and everything, because obviously that makes it better. And that pretty much wraps up the story of, or pretty much the beginning of the story of Mato. I suggest you read it on your own, cause why not? As I mentioned earlier in the video, this is definitely a guilty pleasure manga. If you like anime like High School DxD, Shimonetta, Prison School, you're bound to like this one. Yeah, I know who you are. I'm watching you. It's a great story that holds up pretty well. Takahiro has definitely improved on his writing and his stories and overall characterization. The main goal of this video was pretty much to get people into this series that I think will do pretty well, and to get that instant clout. No, but seriously, man, thank you all for watching this video. If you're from my Instagram, I really do appreciate you coming out here and watching this video. It's different from the average content that I usually post. Not that I even post on here to begin with, but hey, it's different. If you liked the video, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me ramble on about this manga that I really do appreciate. Speaking on things that I appreciate, I really want to take the time and thank Dunk Punk for letting me use his music as the music that you've heard throughout this entire video and the outro, but we'll get into that. Please check out his music. It's going to be in the link in the description, so definitely check him out. But other than that, I'm going to stop holding up your time. Share this video if you enjoyed any part of it. Please tell me if you think I fucked up and I should delete my channel. Tell me in the comments. I'll let you know.